Okay, the only purpose for running an ad is to get prospects to call you. How many of you would agree with that statement in principle? Not everybody? So some of you actually like to waste your money on ads that don't. You're okay with that? No, I poke fun at this because for me, when I got sick and tired of cold call prospecting and I started running ads, especially my property ads, what I quickly realized is very few people called. And when I talked to other agents in my office, they told me that that was their experience as well. So I just thought that that was the nature of the business, right? My experience in real estate was when you spend money on advertising, you don't get a lot out of it. So my experience was I spend a lot, but I get very little in return. How many of you would agree that that's, and you're thinking that's just the nature of the business, it's the way it is, everyone else does it that way, nobody else is really getting good results. So I'm out there promising to my sellers, if you list with me, I'm going to advertise your house every single week in the newspaper. And even if I don't make that promise, remember they're interviewing 3 or 4 other realtors that have made that promise, so now I've got to step up to the plate and I've got to advertise their home every single week in the newspaper, even though we all know it doesn't work that well, right? Let's just be honest. When you spend an enormous amount of money advertising your listings, you get very few calls, and of the very few people that call you, 90% of them eliminate the property. They tell you it's too big, it's too small, it's in the wrong location or whatever, and they hang up on you. But here's the crazy part, we keep doing it anyway. We all accept that this is the truth in the business, that we spend an enormous amount of money advertising our listings, knowing that we're going to get very few calls, and even worse than that, the few people that call us, 90% of the time, they eliminate the property. So we spend all this money and we get very little in return. But we keep doing it. You see, traditionally in real estate agents advertise 2 things, don't they? They advertise themselves and their houses. Unfortunately, neither one of those things works very well. Branding. You know what they call it? We're going to brand ourselves like we're IBM. We're Coca-Cola, right? You know, the good news, I guess, for Coca-Cola is everyone in the world is their customer. The bad news for Coca-Cola is it's kind of expensive advertising to everyone in the world. You and I don't have the finances that Coca-Cola has. We're small, independent business people. We cannot brand ourselves to everyone in Toronto. Now look, I don't want to talk in absolutes. I don't want to say, well, you're never going to get a phone call from running an ad that says spouses selling houses. But would you agree there's a difference between creating an awareness and people actually doing business with you? Here, let me ask you this. Anybody here in the room ever have a friend or a relative list with someone else, hands up? Did they know you were in real estate? Okay, so it wasn't a matter of creating awareness. You see, that's what I thought. When I got sick and tired of cold call prospecting, I thought advertising must be the better way. You know, I will promote myself to everyone in Newmarket. Everyone in Newmarket will know Craig Proctor is a real estate agent, and therefore, if they know who I am, when they're ready to buy or sell, they'll call me, right? Wrong. So here's one of my first ads. Outstanding in his field, don't take chances, list with number 1. Was I number 1? Nope, but everyone else was saying it, so I figured, what the hell? The problem with this kind of marketing is there's no tracking. No call to action, you're not telling anyone what to do, but there's no tracking. You see, you don't really, the problem many of us have is we really don't know what's working and what's not working. With my kind of advertising, you're always going to know your ROI, your return on investment. You're always going to know what return you got, how many leads you generated, and how many sales for every dollar that you spend.